What's up, everyone? My name is Jeff, and today we are going to have some fun playing Magic. And today we have a really fun deck here. Green-white stuff is what I'm calling it, and that's basically what it is. It's green-white, and we have a lot of good things that interact with what's in the meta right now. We have lots of life gain. We have lots of just good creatures, lots of artifact and enchantment removal to get rid of those Ember Cleaves, to get rid of the Fires of Invention, to get rid of whatever it is we need to be getting rid of, and just a lot of fun cards in here. We do have Shadows of Sky to kind of reset the board if we need to. We can rebuild ourselves pretty quickly. We have Gideon's to help stuff survive Shadow of the Skies. We have Tristani to make sure that we get back stuff that's stolen from an Agent of Treachery or whatever. We have Nissa, which is just busted, broken. It's amazing, so we're going to be playing it, obviously. We have March of the Multitudes in here, which can just win games at instant speed, basically, here, especially if we have Tristani to pump everything up as well. One Shifting Ceratops in here up against the kind of for blue hate. I was initially running two, but I wanted to bring in some other things like a Johnny's Strength of Pride, because we do gain enough life in this deck that we can at times just use the zero ability for it. And so that was kind of like a fun janky throw in. I probably would have another Shifting Ceratops just because it is good in the meta right now. Two Heliod Sun Crown, because we have enough ways to gain life with Charming Prince, Knight of Autumn, Gideon Blackblade to give stuff lifelink, Tristani Discordance tokens, March of the Multitudes. So there are some ways to be gaining life in this deck that Heliod does add to that as well. I'm not sure if we'll be hitting the permanents that easily, though, to make him actually a creature. So two copies in here for it, but he works so well with Gideon that I just wanted that in here, and Shadow of the Sky. So anyway, let's go ahead and get the gameplay, see how this one does for us, and wish me luck. All right, up against Robin Hood. And so I really love playing decks like these, because the reason why I built this deck is I needed to play white cards in order to get my the gold for the day, or my quests for the day, whatever they're called. And it's fun to just kind of build decks based around stuff like that. Like, I wanted to build a white deck, but I didn't want to play mono white. I played a lot of other stuff, and I just realized I hadn't played really a Selesnya deck in forever, and just threw together stuff. I didn't want to go with like a theme necessarily. I just wanted to play good things, and I think this will work out pretty well. Yeah, we'll keep Paradise Druid. That ramps us up into stuff. Swings in down to 19. I want to gain life or just scry here. And scrying it's hard at the early parts of the game, because now we have an answer for Fervent Champion, maybe. Gaining 3 life is important for sure, but being able to hit the right draws is also important. Ooh, Painland. I still would rather have that for now, just as the possibility. So Temple Garden on top, put the other one on the bottom. This means we get to Tristani Discordant, which is so good against mono red. Just creating 2 life linkers is huge, and we hope that we can survive through a potential Ember Cleave. Let's see if they swing in here. They may swing in to try to get like light up the stage, which if they Infuriate and kill Charming Prince, we get another card out of their deck. Okay, so they go for the shock. Rimrock Knight, yep. Down to 16. I might just like Banishing Light here. Man, if they have some good 3 drops, this is, I guess, not as good. Robber the Rich, okay. This hits Plains. Knight of Autumn is pretty sweet here. Put counters on. Temple Garden tap, pass the turn, and I'd love to hit untapped land or tapped land for, a pain land for Tristani Discordant. Comes in with both. The Johnny, that's annoying. Oh, dude, they hit 2 big things. That's really not good for us. Cool thing, though. Oh, it's only for creatures. Oh man, how much do we want this Tristani Discordant? I could play out Paradise Druid just to have it, but like then we don't play anything else this turn. if we can play out Heliod and start getting life linkers, we can do that next turn as well. We can play it and give something life link, swing in. So let's just create a big blocker, swing in for 16. If they want to swing in to play like our Gideon or something, that's fine. Unfortunately, this only gives creatures back to the creatures they control. I'm talking about the last line of text there. At the beginning of your end step, each player gains control of all creatures they own. And so it's just if we own it. And so if they take, what was it? There was, what's an exile here? These are both planeswalkers, which is really annoying for us. All right, doesn't swing in. All right, swing in with, we might just swing with Knight of Autumn here. We can't block Rimrock Knight with Knight of Autumn without trading. I can still block with Shifting Ceratops pretty well. I can also just bring this down to gain life, but I might want to save that in case they have like Embercleave or something. And Shifting Ceratops leaves up the ability to still survive with Embercleave. Should. So swing in with Knight of Autumn. We can play Paradise Druid here and just make sure that we get up to the next turn, because being able to play Heliod is really important. This also gives us a blocker for Rimrock Knight if we really feel like we need to. Like if they bring out something like Torbrand, Paradise Druid is a good blocker here. Scorch Spitter, okay. Could have Embercleave for the next turn. Just passing the turn. Okay, passing my turn. Do I just want to Banishing Light this Robber of the Rich? We have Heliod, make this a life linking gain 5 life basically. We can Tristani Discordant, go wide, make everything really big, have better blockers. Let's go for Tristani. This means if we Heliod on the next turn and with the life linkers, we could just make something massive. We have some good blockers with life gain. Swing in. And we're almost representing lethal here. How does this go wrong for us? Embercleave doesn't kill us with these guys out. I think we're fine here. Swing in with everything. Put on a lot of pressure. This means if you don't kill us, we get to kill you on the backswing. Unless you block here with like Scorch Bitter or something. Takes it all down to 1, and we're wide. I mean, how do you survive this? You basically have to win this turn, so we're gonna block aggressively. Oh, they have shocks. Oh no, that could be bad. I think it's still gonna be fine here though. Attacks with everything. I'm guessing Embercleave in hand. All right, so they have Embercleave in hand. So what's their best thing to hit here? Man, it hit so many of our things. Blocked Robber of the Rich, block Rimrock Knight with the guy with the most toughness. They can stop us from gaining life here. So if they I'm just trying to think of who they Embercleave on. So onto here, they kill Tristani, which also means that this guy doesn't kill here. But does that even matter? Right now we're just trying to survive. We already took 1. Yeah, just block like that. No way the Embercleave actually kills us, as far as I can see. Alright, they have the Embercleave, and they're dead. Down to 5. We swing back. Got pretty good. Sweet. Alright. That worked out well. Kind of an interesting hand here. Return to Nature is good, but it's more like a late game card that I'm fine top decking or having up against certain matchups. Castle Ardenvale is really slow. Let's mulligan this one away. This is better. Keep this. Drop March of the Multitudes. Maybe Heliod? Drop March the Multitudes. Alright, not up against Mono Red. Oh, that's not much better though. Ugh, that's really not good. Alright. Questing Beast is good against Cauldron Familiar at least. Alright, doesn't have the Witch's Oven. That's nice. Alright, Paradise Druid, pass the turn. Yep, swings in, no blocks. See if they find a Witch's Oven. Another Trail of Crumbs. Do they not have land though? Ooh, that's nice. So we actually don't want Cauldron Familiar to die because then they can return it and start looking for lands. And so right now it can't be blocked by Questing Beast. Here, let's throw out the plains while we can. Questing Beast. Swing it in. Down to 15 past the turn. I mean, they can gain life whenever they need to, and they're going to find a land eventually. And they did. I guess we didn't know that they didn't have lands, but they don't have a lot of stuff, at least. Okay, Tristani Discordant. Questing Beast gets a little bit more damage here. Heliod comes down, and we have Heliod. We can Charming Prince, gain some life, do some cool stuff here. We can also just give this lifelink. We're kind of going off here. This is what we want to be doing. Swinging with Questing Beast, can't block. Down to 10 past the turn. And I don't think this deck is running board wipes or anything like that. They could be running like a Cry of Canarium. Alright, hits a land. Double black mana now. They're getting fairly close to a Nissa. Did I already have this forest and I played the Shockland instead? I think I did. Oh well. That's how confident I am with this deck. Alright, which is Oven? Alright, they're just using Trail Crumbs here. Okay, let's go Heliod. Even though they can block with something here, we do swing in with everything. I'm still debating if I want to just game life or not. We might just want to put more pressure on the board, depending on how they block here. Alright, blocks Paradise Druid. Yep, the most damage. We're gaining 2 anyway. Let's see here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 10 damage altogether. They're gaining 1, 2 back. They let this die. They should just let it die so they can get the food token they already have. I guess they can use it to gain life still. Yeah. Alright, we get to gain life here anyway. Put counters onto Questing Beast. One of these guys. You don't really need on Questing Beast, it's just it's harder to block that guy. I'm actually going to scry here. We could bounce Tristani. That's actually pretty fun. Go a little bit wider here. Get a few more fellas. And now you really need board wipe because your life total's at 3. And you have lots of stuff. The Charming Prince with Tristani is actually sweet. Love that. I was debating on even going Abzan with this and bringing out like Ethereal Absolution, but we weren't quite like the only card that really goes wide here is Tristani. But I mean, it's really good. I guess Nissa as well works with that. You kind of go wide. Making him 4/4s is a big deal sometimes, and making other stuff smaller. Alright, Mayhem Devil. This is all in our end step as well, so they do get to do some stuff next turn. It's just not enough. Yeah, good game. Like, if we didn't bounce Tristani, they may have actually been able to like ping enough things. I should have put the other counter onto a soldier. Oh, Massacre Girl. Nice. Did they top deck that, or was the good game just rude? I think it was. Funnily enough, I don't think we care to Banishing Light this Massacre Girl. They just hit it with Witch's Oven anyway. I think what we do, we pass the turn. And we start creating tokens. Alright, swings in with Massacre Girl. Down to 14. How much do we just want to get rid of this Witch's Oven? We have so many cards in hand. We're in a lot of trouble here. Mayhem Devil. Goose. The token just dies to Mayhem Devil anyway. But I really want this off the battlefield. Alright, play Castle Ardenvale. Let's see if they just sack something right now. They can bring back the Cauldron Familiar, actually. No. Dang it. Yeah, that Massacre Girl was massive and destroyed us completely. I don't know if there was a way that we could have won. Maybe we could have held on to more stuff in hand. I forgot about Massacre Girl as a board wipe. Alright, we target Mayhem Devil because we need it off the battlefield to survive. But they get to do a bunch of damage here. Well, they sacrifice the Cauldron Familiar? I mean, I guess they get more triggers this way, and it's going away anyway. That's fair. Alright, what are our outs here? We take 5 to the face. 6 with Cauldron Familiar. We have another Cauldron Familiar in hand. 7. We're dropping down to 3. If they have Mayhem Devil, we're dead. I think this one's over. I kind of overcommitted to the board. I'm not sure if holding on some Charming Prince would have done anything, though. I guess I could have put more counters onto Questing Beast, just to keep him out of Massacre Girl range. Down to 5. Thrashing Brontodon. Destroys Banishing Light. That's game, kind of no matter what. We did find a Nissa. We can give this guy lifelink.
Through this land, we are all connected. Rise, my elemental friend.
So they sacrifice Banishing Light. This actually keeps us alive for a turn, surprisingly enough, because Heliod works pretty well with this. But we'll see if they have the chance to actually kill the forest before we have a chance to do anything else. How many triggers do they have now? They can sacrifice. They didn't do it. Alright, now we're dead. Sacrifice 5 things and we're done for it. Yeah, good game. Alright, up against O9B, not to be confused with OB1. And we will keep this. Yeah, we have ramp. We have 2 lands. We have things that work with those lands. I think I'm gonna hold off on Giant Killer. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna play it out here. If we're up against mono red, it's pretty nice to just be a good 1/2 blocker, especially on the play. But it can also kill whatever thing gets targeted by Ember Cleave or something like that. Alright, now we're up against mono green, which holding on the Giant Killer is even better now. Alright, land for Questing Beast. That's what we want. Alright, we're up against a mirror match. No! Alright, Paradise Druid number 2. Pass the turn. See if they have the Questing Beast. Yeah, they do. Alright, well, we have removal for it. Down to 16. Kill you. Yeah, let's go ahead and get it out. Pass the turn. Nissa is so sketchy playing it out with almost no lands. It's really bad. Okay, down to 12. What would I prefer? Shifting Ceratops or Questing Beast? Can't be blocked by small stuff and Death Touch. This doesn't force them to block, like to actually attack. I mean, Questing Beast, we can start swinging in and like force the trade. Like, either you take damage or you trade. If they have another one, it's annoying. Are we okay with them not having a trade? They could have Ember Cleave. So let's swing in. They have Ember Cleave. Maybe even just tapping it down isn't a bad way to go. Alright, pass the turn. See if they have another one. Or like a Skargan Hellkite or something. Really thought we were going to run into lands at some point here. Paradise Druid is kind of a land. And yeah, they're keeping us even lower on lands. Great play there. Terrible for us. Really rude. Oh. Alright, play Shifting Ceratops. Just get a body out in the battlefield. Yeah, attack in. Down to 19. Oh, booyah. Pass the turn. And they're going to gain the life back anyway here. Yep. This Clothis, now that we're down to 10, we have 5 turns to get back in this game. Or gain life, which we do have ways to do that too. Bone Crusher Giant coming down now. Panic's coming down. Okay. Wish I could give this Vigilance. I can give it Lifelink if we hit land. I think we're just going to play Nissa, though, if we hit land. Yep. Close to just having this Clothis turned on as well, huh? This needs white mana to tap people down. I can return to nature. This is an enchantment, right?
Behold, nature's true power.
I can return to nature now. Get in with... No, we can't really be getting in right now. That's not smart. Pass the turn. Yeah, take 2. Down to 8. A big March of Multitude might just be necessary just to have lifelinkers on the board. Hell Collector grows here. Okay, destroy target enchantment. Kill Annex now before he gets to 4. This means that he only gets 1 token. Hell Collector does grow and it's annoying, but we still have blockers for it. There we go. I guess Pelt Collector gets big. Forgot about that part. Alright, swings in with Pelt Collector. Can we take 4 here? We take 2 more there. We can chump block. Trade off here. It keeps him away from actually getting Clothis. Yeah, let's go ahead and trade off. I think we're going to go for like a March and Multis next turn anyway. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Or yeah, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we can make 7 1/1s by tapping everything down. All right, now 6. Charming Prince is kind of nice. Let's gain some life. Okay, untap the forest.
Be wary of the ground you walk on.
All right, so X5. All right, create a bunch of 1/1s, pass the turn. We have lots of life gain now as well. Next turn, so if we get to keep these guys alive, next turn with Heliod, we get to just grow a ton of stuff. Okay, down to 9. You can't really attack in favorably. We can triple block the Bone Crusher Giant even. I mean, getting stuff off the battlefield's not bad for them. Looking for something like Ember Cleave is really good for them, which I'm assuming they have it. Alright, Stomps Nissa, that's fine. And I'm guessing, yeah, they don't attack in. There we go. Alright, so now we have Heliod, which does sweet things here. Oh, we don't have enough stuff. Yeah, opponent just scoops it up. Yeah, putting Eldon swinging with 5 things, put counters onto things. Oh man, so much fun. Alright, there we go. Alright, up against the flips, and we have Shadow the Sky here. We actually have a very like slower hand in this, which I'm really hoping we're up against Aggro, because this is a sweet hand for that. Temple of Plenty, March of the Multitudes goes to the bottom. It's a bummer. That means we won't see it for the entire game now, and it's good against some decks like this one. I want to play Paradise Druid out. We get shattered. If they play like Cavalcade of Calamity, we have an answer. If they play, there's so many things we have answers for with. I've not seen anyone playing Weaselback Redcap. Let's play Paradise Druid. Let's see what they're doing more. If we hit 4 mana, then we don't really need this as much anymore. We can Shadow the Sky. That's fine. I just know that we're not really planning on shattering next turn. We want to wait a few more turns, which means if we hit land, we know that we can just chump block with this Paradise Druid. Ooh, Boros. Huh. Sure. We'll block. Now what, fool? You could tell he was not expecting that. He's like, what? Which is kind of a weird play even here, but we know that we're waiting for these Shatters of Skies. We know that we're playing against a creature deck. I'm guessing this is like Haktos and stuff like that, which Shatter the Sky is a way to beat Haktos. I'm just hoping they don't have Gideon, which we have an answer for, I guess. Alright, pass the turn, take our beats for this turn. Hope that we draw into land for Shatter the Sky. Ooh, but... Alright, Knights. I've not seen Knights played in forever. That's fun. Alright, we have double Shadow of the Sky, so we can fire this one off quick. Wait till they try to rebuild and then do it again. Being able to destroy target artifact is important here. They're going to have Embercleave and Circle of Loyalty. Pass to my turn. Land. No land. Just good blocker. They get to pump it. Do they get to pump it twice is the question, though. If they have two of these and land. Alright, put counters on. Pass the turn. I could just Banishing Light a claim contender. There's potential that they just don't swing in as much here. I mean, Rimrock Knight they're going to swing in with. Like, they'll probably play out Inspiring Veteran, swing in with Rimrock Knight. Man, we're really hoping that we hit lands. I mean, which is the majority of our deck, so we should be able to hit it. I guess not the majority. I have 23 lands in the deck. Alright, Inspiring Veteran. I mean, if you're going to swing with Rimrock Knight just to trade off, it's worth swinging in here, because if you're willing to trade off one, you're willing to trade off both. Fix another one out, okay. Alright, we will block here. Come on deck. We can gain life here. Hope that they don't have another Inspiring Veteran. They have the 17, pass the turn. Also hope they don't have Embercleave. Oh man, this is bad. We really expected to hit a land by this point. We even put a non-land card down to the bottom as well. Scry here. Did we start with 3 lands in hand? Oh, we had Paradise Druid as well. Conclave Tribunal. Alright, taking a massive hit here. Massive. Down to 7. Land. We really need land. Oh, it's a pain land, but we will use it. Alright, Shadow the Sky. They get to draw a card. Pass the turn. Man, down to 5. That's not where we want to be with this, especially because their deck does have tasty creatures. Rimrock Knight. What else you got? All right, return. Let's see here. Nissa. We can still return to nature, bring this back, gain life if we need to, destroy artifacts if we need to. There's a lot of cool things we can actually do with this. So let's go with just the forest this time. Get a swing in.
Behold, nature's true power.
See if they have removal or something. Doing a forest. It's so weird that they offset it here. Like, just put it in the center. There are some cards that, for some reason, always do that. It's really funky. Alright, down to 17. Pass the turn. This is instant speed, so we can remove this Conclave Tribunal. Get a Knight of Autumn. Destroy artifacts. Do fun things. We like fun things. Okay, swings in. Alright, we're gonna gain life here. If they have Embercleave, it's annoying. But we have enough life to survive. There we go, sweet. And opponent scoops it up. There we go. Woo! Dude, this deck is so much fun. I just feel like we have a lot of really cool interaction you don't typically see with this, and it's been a blast to play. We need to get at least 4 more to get up to this, you know. So here we go, one more time. Go for game 5. This is interesting. We'll keep this because we have Scries to get green mana. Yeah, we have a lot of good plays. We have removal in the colors that we have stuff for. We can also blink a Charming Prince. We can actually save it to blink the Tristani again. That's fun. Keep this. What are we up against? Okay, up against green, we hold on to Giant Killer. Love Struck Beast. Righto. Okay, Plains. Pass the turn. Alright, Gruul. It's grueling. Then down to 19. And Rimrock Knight. People just playing out the Rimrock Knight, which I think is a good play. Alright, so Charming Prince, blocker for Rimrock Knight now. A booyah. Scry 2. Ooh, Shatter the Sky. We know it's going to be useful in this matchup. We have another Scry next turn to hit land. Oh man, but then we just... You know, I know that we're going to want it in this matchup. We don't find green mana though, which is really bad, but our hand is not needing it. We have a few turns before we actually need to find green mana. Domin's Ambush, right? That's annoying. Really annoying. Okay, down to 14. Draw Shadow the Sky. Plains. Do I just want to kill this with Giant Killer just to slow them down a bit? Like, if they have another Domri's Ambush, it's annoying. Gruul Spellbreaker would be annoying as well. Let's pass the turn. Hold up Giant Killer. Alright, they go to attacks. Kill Rimrock Knight. Down to 13. Giant Killer's pretty good against this deck too. We don't need to board wipe yet. But here's the thing though, would I rather hold up board wipe stuff? I can play out Charming Prince and just have a chump blocker. Hopefully they don't have like another Domri's Ambush though. Try to get a bigger Shatters the Sky. I could Banishing Light, just hit this, play out Giant Killer as a blocker and a guy that taps stuff down. Just try to go for lands Tristani. We don't have to use Shatter the Sky. Because there is a chance that we just win without using it. But there is lots of value in doing so. Let's just scry for more lands. We could also Shadow the Skies, Banishing Light, whatever they play next. Let's go Banishing Light here. Banishing Light, hit Left Struck Beast, Giant Killer. Pass the turn. If they have Domri's Ambush, they'll probably just use it here. Love this. Okay, crushed the bones there. Down to 12. So we know Shadow the Sky is going to still be useful. Let's go for Charming Prince, just scry 2 here. Night of Autumn and land. Yep, both on top. Pass the turn. Yep. Take 2 down to 10. Bone Crusher Giant. What else you got? Another creature. Domri's Ambush. Looks like. Yes, ambush. Bunch. Down to 8. This deck does have some hasty stuff. Still, let's Shadow the Sky while we can. You're gonna drop a card. Take 2 more. We need to start gaining life, which we have Tristani. We have lots of ways to be gaining life here. 3 cards in hand for them, though. Questing Beast. No, man. That's annoying. Now we're just dead on the board. Actually, not quite. Charming Prince gain life. Night of Autumn with counters. We have a blocker now. Down to 3. They have another Domri's Ambush. I'm gonna be so flippin' angry. Okay, good. They've had so many things. All right, we block. Is this Embercleave now? Oh my gosh. Dude, opponent had everything, and they had it at the right time. Like, they top decked the things they needed at the right times. We were holding at Shadow of the Sky for a while to hit stuff like Questing Beast, and oh, that was just frustrating. I feel like we should be winning that matchup a lot of the time, and we just didn't sequence it right there. Bummer. All right, let's go ahead and go to the wrap up with this. Overall, I think this deck is powerful. There are some things that definitely could be tweaked there. You saw the power of, like, Return to Nature is a powerful card in this. Shadow of the Sky is nice to have. We never found a Gideon, which I feel like Gideon would have been great in our deck oftentimes. I love it with Questing Beast, Helia. There's so many things that Gideon is just so good with here. Yeah, overall, I think it was a good deck. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks so much, and bye.